Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Let's go start now. Revealing sister's immediate reaction. Lamont Roach Jr. exposes Gervonta Davis foul play which got overlooked. More like Mike Tyson. How can anyone forget the things happened during the March 1st fight? Honestly, what else could that night have been, if not the boxing world's version of a high-octane action film? One twist after another, with no time to breathe. While the fight drew more than 19,000 fans and reportedly earned Gervonta Davis between $15 and $20 million, Lamont Roach Jr. walked away with a career-high $3 to $5 million for the draw, according to Forbes. All that said, it's pretty clear this match had the potential to rake in a lot more, with all the drama that happened in Brooklyn Fight Night. While Gervonta Davis is unusually quiet, Roach is here, back in the spotlight, confirming yet another rumor that had the boxing world buzzing right after the match, trying to guess what this is about. Here's a hint. June 28, 1997. Ring any bells? We're talking about the moment Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield's ear in the third round of their fight, an act that cost him 2 points and eventually got him disqualified after biting Holyfield's ear for a second time. Fast forward 28 years, and fans were left wondering, did Gervonta Davis try something shockingly similar in the ring with Roach? Well, Lamont Roach Jr. is here to clear the air. In a recent chat on Andrew Ward's YouTube channel, All the Smoke Fight, Lamont Roach Jr. dropped something unexpected. So the multiple world champion in 2 weight classes, Andrew Ward, asked the Reaper straight up, did he, Gervonta Davis, bite you? Because yeah, there's a clip floating around, and it's got people talking. At first, Roach brushed it off. He told Andrew Ward that after the fight, even his dad brought it up, saying, man, he tried to bite you. Roach admitted he hadn't felt anything in the moment. He just thought he'd taken a few punches and moved on. But then he saw the replay. Boom, there it was. If you missed the details, don't worry. We've got you covered with a quick recap. Toward the end of round 5, things got heated. The Baltimore native started talking trash while throwing 3 back-to-back left hands. Roach then fired right back with words and a flurry of body shots. Then came the clinch. In that tangle, Davis lifted his right shoulder, catching the WBA super featherweight champion under the chin. Roach answered with a quick right hand of his own. Now here's where it gets even wilder. Around the halfway mark of round 6, it looked like Gervonta Davis tried to bite Lamont Roach's ear. No one has officially confirmed it. However, Roach watched the replay later and became convinced that Tank may have gone full Tyson for a second. Even legendary fight commentator Mauro Ranallo caught it live and made a reference to Mike Tyson's infamous ear bite. So Roach stated when he heard that on the replay, it hit him like, all right, I'm not tripping cause they seen it too. To top it off, even his sister called it out during the fight. Yet somehow, Roach missed it entirely in the heat of the moment. He revealed that his sister said something like, no, I ain't going to lie. I have seen that during the fight. His final take? Obviously, he didn't bite me, but it looked like 9 times out of 10, that looks like he tried to bite me. And honestly, if you've seen the clip, you might be leaning the same way. On top of that, he recently revealed something else. A $40 million payday is not something Gervonta Davis would ever consider skipping. Yet he did. Why? Gervonta Davis has too much to lose. Just a few hours ago, Lamont Roach Jr. addressed the rumors that Gervonta Davis took it easy on him. He did so during an interview with Andrew Ward. The Washington native reminded everyone that Jake Paul was next in line to fight Gervonta Davis, but only if Davis had defeated Roach. They say he's Gervonta Davis, supposed to fight Jake Paul next after he was supposed to clean me up, Roach said. He moreover added, Jake Paul's going to guarantee you about $40 million if the fight is with a notable person, which is Tank. And let's be honest, with Jake Paul guaranteeing about $40 million for that fight, who in their right mind would risk that bag just to go easy and about? Lamont Roach Jr. even tried demonstrating the practicality of the situation by questioning the host, Andrew Ward. Would you ever sacrifice what you worked so hard for? Your record? Your legacy? Just for a quick win? Obviously, with a grin, the 41-year-old answered, it might be somebody out there that would. But I ain't the guy. Basically, Roach is calling it how he sees it. "There's no way Gervonta reveals." Immediate reaction. Lamont Roach Jr. exposes Gervonta Davis' foul play which got overlooked. More like Mike Tyson. In the world of boxing, few fighters are as revered as Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Known for his explosive punching power, quick footwork, and unmatched intensity inside the ring, Davis has carved out a reputation as one of the most feared fighters of his generation. His meteoric rise to the top has earned him a legion of loyal fans who hang on every jab, hook, and knockout punch he delivers. However, not all moments in the ring have been purely focused on his undeniable skill. Some instances have sparked controversy, drawing attention to moments where his behaviors seem to cross a line. Lamont Roach Jr., a well-respected fighter in his own right, recently brought to light an incident in which Davis' actions were questionable at best. The fight in question was one where Davis faced off against an opponent who was largely outmatched but was still holding his ground. Roach, whose own experiences in the sport have been defined by technical prowess and integrity, watched closely. What he saw troubled him: a moment of foul play that, shockingly, went unnoticed by officials. While it's not uncommon for fighters to push the boundaries of what's considered fair game in the ring, often walking the fine line between competitiveness and unsportsmanlike conduct, Roach felt that Davis had taken it too far. His immediate reaction was not one of quiet contemplation, but a direct outcry against what he perceived as a pattern of behavior that deserved recognition. Roach, in an impassioned statement, emphasized that Davis' actions in the ring had crossed the threshold of what should be considered acceptable by any boxer, and he had to speak out. At the heart of Roach's commentary was the suggestion that Davis, despite his great talent, sometimes resorted to tactics that mirrored those of the infamous Mike Tyson, another fighter known for his raw power, but also for his moments of controversy, such as the ear-biting incident against Evander Holyfield. Roach's words were sharp, suggesting that Davis' behavior might not be as clean as the public perception of him. He was more like Tyson in his readiness to bend the rules when necessary. "More like Mike Tyson" was a direct reference to the boxing legend's history of getting into heated moments that caused the sport to shake its head. Tyson's moments of rage, whether they were incidents of excessive aggression or intentional fouls, became a part of his legacy just as much as his brutal knockout streak. Roach, while acknowledging the undeniable skills of Gervonta Davis, wanted to highlight that certain actions, especially those unnoticed by the referees or the crowd, should not be swept under the rug. The incident Roach pointed to occurred during a heated exchange in the later rounds of Davis' bout. The challenger, visibly fatigued and on the defensive, was attempting to hang on when Davis, known for his quick strikes and devastating finishing power, seemed to launch a punch that was below the belt. It was a brief moment, just a fraction of a second, but for Roach, it was enough to highlight a flaw in Davis' otherwise polished career. "The punch wasn't just low," Roach said, his voice tinged with disbelief. "It was deliberate. You could see it. The referee didn't call it, and the fans didn't see it in real time, but it was clear. That's the kind of thing that can shift the momentum in a fight. A cheap shot like that might go unnoticed, but it shouldn't be ignored." This wasn't the first time that Davis' actions in the ring had raised eyebrows. Critics had long speculated that he sometimes utilized foul tactics, from clinching excessively to using his elbows to gain an advantage in close quarters. However, such behaviors had typically been overlooked by officials and commentators, largely due to Davis' winning record and star status. He had become a fan favorite with his flashy knockouts and unrelenting pace. But Lamont Roach Jr. was determined to ensure that this moment wasn't allowed to slip by unnoticed. Roach claimed that Gervonta Davis was more like Mike Tyson, was more than just a casual comparison. It was a call to attention, a reminder that even the most talented boxers were not exempt from scrutiny. Tyson's legacy, for better or for worse, had been built on a foundation of raw aggression and power. Some would argue that Tyson's style of boxing was a testament to his will to dominate his opponents, no matter the cost. But those who remember the controversies, whether it was his disqualification for biting Holyfield's ear or his early career antics, understand that Tyson's greatness was forever tied to moments of questionable conduct.